Hey Stampers, it's Madeline from the wonderlandstamper.com. I am finally feeling better, and I still sound a little bit different and a little congested still, but it's going in the right direction, thank goodness. Sorry there wasn't a video yesterday. I had an all-day class for my master's program, which I'm about to finish. I'm so excited. The end of June, I'll be all done. So I am back for Stampin' Sunday today, and today we are going to use the blends and use my favorite stamp set of all time, the Petal Palette Suite. So stay tuned. So here we are. I've made this card. I'm going to Onstage in Connecticut next Saturday, or this Saturday really, and I will be sharing with you lots of live video, I'm hoping, but definitely go over to my Facebook page. The link is down below, and make sure to like my Facebook page because I am definitely going to be posting pictures and videos over there. I'm hoping I'll be posting live YouTube videos, but it just depends on what my internet connection is there. But I'll definitely be posting pictures and little snippets of video over on my Facebook page. There is a spoiler alert policy where I can't share the new things that they share with us until a certain day, but as soon as I can, I will be showing you the brand new catalog that I'll be getting and all the free goodies that I will receive there. So I'm really excited. If convention is something that you're interested in, you could join my Wonderland Stampers. We all go as a team to convention. It's a lot of fun. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. My contact info is down below. All right, so we are going to be doing, this is one of my swap cards. So at Onstage, demonstrators swap with each other. And I really love doing that because I meet a lot of people that then I do my mail swaps with, where I can get tons and tons of cards to share with you, and also the other demonstrators get tons and tons of cards that they can share with their customers as well. So this is just one of them. My goal is to have 200 done. I'm a little bit behind just because of my sickness has really put me out this past 2 weeks, but this is the first one I'm going to be doing, and I have 3 more planned, so I'm doing 50 of each. So I wanted to show you first, I've made a bunch of these flowers from the Petal Palette, and I put it into my brother's Scan and Cut, and look how perfect it cut them. There is a framelit for it, but I really like this because I was able to color outside the lines a little bit, and it all goes away when the brother's Scan and Cut cuts it. So I really love that option. Here's an option. This is what it looks like when the framelit cuts it, which of course it looks gorgeous as well. And I like the little bit of white around it. But for making 50 of these, and I couldn't use this because it's a celebration, so you have to do everything current. I'm so sad that this set was only for celebration, because now as a demonstrator, I want to stop using it just because no one else can get it anymore. I like that I can color outside the lines and go really quick with this just because I had to make 50. So I am going to show you an example of what I did for the coloring. So here it is. I start out with 4. I stamp 4 times on a piece of 4 1/4 paper where I cut it in half. It was the 8.5 by 11 size, and I cut it in half. And I did it this size because I thought I was putting it through the big shot, so I wanted to make sure that it would fit through the big shot. So I am using the blends. There are some sad news on the blends. They are going to be out of stock, unorderable, until the new catalog releases. So that was a bit of a bummer, but they want to make sure that they have enough to supply to everyone, so I understand why they did it. But I am very sad about it for people that don't have them. But the new catalog releases June 3rd. It's right around the corner. And don't worry if they do release them early, which there might be a possibility, is what they said. They really have to just figure out the supply situation. I'll let you know ASAP. So what I did was I used Rich Razzleberry and Old Olive, And I start with the lights of both colors. So I'm using the brush end of these and I'm just quickly going around. I use Memento ink. So Memento black ink is the only ink that works with the blend. Stays on. If you have stays on from before, that ruins. It's really not a pretty scene. These are alcohol based markers, so stays on is alcohol based as well. And it just, they repel each other. And so the ink smears as soon as you start coloring like this. And as you can tell with this, the Memento really holds up well. So you do need the Memento. Now I'm going to go around in the dark ink, and really this is random. What I love about these blends is that you could really do whatever you want here. And they mix together perfectly. I'm not really putting a lot of effort in. And I think it looks great. So it does look different when it's dry versus when it's wet. And you don't have to do the little dark accents. I do like doing it. I think it adds a little bit to it, a little bit of dimension. If you're new to using the blends, I would recommend going on the black lines and just making them a little bit, you know, darker, or adding to them just like that. So I go around with this dark color, and then I color in with the light old olive these leaves, and then I go over it on just what I did for the leaves was I went over it on the black lines of the leaves with the darker old olive. And I'm just doing this quickly to show you what I did because we already have one cut out and ready. So then I took the bullet point side of this and then just kind of went on the lines and colored in a little bit. And again, it looks a lot different, I think, when it's dry. So you can tell how quickly I'm going. It's not a lot of effort. And of course, you can put a lot of effort into this if you'd like. But for 50 of these cards that I'm making, I wanted to do something that was quick. Okay, so I'm not going to use that one for this card because I have all of these already cut out. But let's go over what you're going to need for this card. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla. This is going to be the smallest size. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have a piece of Old Olive that's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of Fresh Fig, which is the full size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the flowers I did on Whisper White. So you do need a scrap of Whisper White to do your flowers. So I'm going to keep out this Very Vanilla sheet, and I am using Petal Palette, which is one of my all-time favorite sets. I keep going back to this. I just love it so much. I'm really fingers crossed that they continue this into the new catalog because it's a fan favorite. Every time I do this at a class, everyone loves it. All the sentiments that are in this, it's a great starter pack. If you're just getting into stamping and you need something, this is amazing because it's so artistic without much effort. And it has so many sentiments that you can't go wrong. And it also has the beautiful framelets that you can get. So right now you can buy the stamp set with the framelets and save 10%, which is an awesome deal. If it does continue into the new catalog, which, like I said, I'm very hopeful, you won't be able to get the sale price. So you could buy them separately, but not with the sale price. So we're going to use Old Olive ink for this, and you will want some kind of scrap paper behind your Very Vanilla because it will, your leaves will come off the page a little bit. So I do have my leaves on an acrylic block, and I'm using Old Olive, just get it nice and inked. And we're going to double stamp. So what I'm going to do is stamp once, just like normal, and then find another place on the paper where I want to do a second stamped image. So it's nice because it's getting a different shade of our ink pad, which I really like. You know, it's like having 2 different ink pads, but with one. And you want to just place these all over. Make sure you're giving equal pressure when you're stamping, just so you have a clean image. And then just place these wherever you'd like. So you're basically making your own kind of designer series paper here. There we go. Okay. So you can tell it has that watercolor look without much effort at all. You're just stamping. It's all done for you. So then I am going to use the Pretty Label set. So this has the awesome Pretty Label punch as well as the stamp set. This is another favorite of mine. I use it for almost every card. Label Me Pretty. So you can buy this as a set too and save 10%. And if this continues, which I hope it does as well, you'll want to get it now so that you can save that 10%. All right, so we are going to put the punch in all the way, punch down, because this is going to get covered up. So you want to save as much paper as you can. So see, this will get covered up, so you won't have to worry about that at all. We are going to use black Memento ink for this sentiment. I have the Happy Birthday sentiment out and ready. Make sure it's on there. The Happy Birthday to You. I love this stamp set. You're going to use the black Memento ink, and we're going to stamp on this Old Olive tag here that's all ready for us. Okay. So you just want to line it up as best you can. You could stamp first and then punch, but I like to punch it out and then stamp, just personal preference. Okay, so now we're basically ready to put this card together. I use a lot of dimensionals for this. I'm going to take away this wood piece here. So what I'm going to do first is use my adhesive. So I'm using an advanced Scotch tape glider that I love, that I got on Amazon. I'll have the affiliate link down below. I'm going to attach this. Oh, before I do that, I caught myself. We are going to put this gorgeous smoky slate ribbon on. I love this, the gingham ribbon. We're going to cut a piece of this and attach it just as a little accent. So as I've said, I learned this from someone at convention. You don't want to leave, I never leave the house without putting mascara on. So the ribbon is like the mascara that we're putting on the card. So I loved that. That makes me remember to put a little bit extra, something onto my card. So I'm going to put this down towards the bottom here, and this is sticky to the plate here. Just tuck it behind, just like that, and then put adhesive over that just as a precaution to make sure that it's fully stuck down. Then we're going to center it onto this Old Olive. There we go. Now we're going to use dimensionals for this and also for our flower. So Stampin' Dimensionals I love because you can really give some high dimension to your card, make it more interesting. Do be careful though when you're mailing these, they do need a little bit of extra postage. Okay, once we get, I'm going to put about 4 dimensionals on this, 3 or 4, just because it is a big cutout here. Okay, peel up all the paper. So in the comments down below, I'd love to hear if you're a demonstrator and if you're going to Onstage and whereabouts you're going to Onstage. I can't wait. I love Onstage, and to be honest, I love the local ones. I went to the live one in Salt Lake City and I had a great time, but the local ones are really a lot of fun. Okay, then I'm putting it down, centering it on this fresh fig. There we go. There's our finished card using Petal Palette. There are lots of cards you can make with this stamp set. I've looked on Pinterest and you could spend hours searching and finding gorgeous options of cards using Petal Palette. It's just a gorgeous set that makes it really easy to make lots of different cards. I hope you enjoyed this card. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Again, down in the comments, if you're a demonstrator, I'd love to hear if you're going to Onstage and whereabout you're going to Onstage. And if you are a customer or just a crafter, I'd love to see if you've done anything with Petal Palette. Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. For now, keep stamping, Stampers. Bye.